Okay, yeah, so this is a continuation of from the equation, finding equation of a line. So here we'll look at two types of lines. We'll look at the parallel lines and the perpendicular lines. So let's assume we are given two lines, L1 and L2, be two distinct lines. So if L1, we'll assume that it has a slope M1, and for L2, we'll have a slope M2. So we say that if two lines are parallel to each other, that means the slope of the line 1 is equals to the slope of the second line. So also we have that if two lines are perpendicular, we will say that the slope of the first line multiplied by the slope of the second line must always be equals to 1. So in other words, if I know the slope of the first line, I can find the slope of the second line by using this equation. M1 multiplied by M2 is equals to -1. Then I will make M2 the subject of the formula. Then I will get -1 over M1. So where M1 is the slope of the first line and M2 is the slope of the second line. So geometrically, we can say that we have two lines that are parallel to each other, and here we can say we have two lines that are perpendicular to each other. So I have a line, so this is L1 and that can be called L2. In the same manner, this is L1 and L2. Okay, so we look at an example of how to determine whether two lines are parallel or perpendicular. So consider example 1 that says determine whether the lines are parallel or perpendicular or neither. So we have that. You have the first equation, 3x plus y is equals to 4 and x minus 3y plus 1 equals to 0. So the first thing you do, or the first step you take, is to be able to make these equations, to write them in terms of standard equation of a line, which is y equals to mx plus c. Then you can be able to know what is your m1 and m2, so which are the slope of line 1 and the slope of line 2. So if I have this 3x plus y equals to 4, then I will make y subject of the formula. I will get minus 3x plus 4. And if I compare these two equations, my m will be minus 3. So it's the same thing you do to the second line, x minus 3y plus 1 equals to 0. We will make y subject of the formula. We will get 1 over 3x plus 1 over 3. So if you compare these and the equation of a line, we are going to get m is 1 over 3. Then if you look, m1 is not equals to m2, therefore it's not a parallel line. Also now you check, if I multiply m1 multiplied by m2, I will get -1. So now we can therefore conclude that these two lines are perpendicular to each other. Okay, so we look at the second example that says find the equation of the line satisfying the given condition. And what is the condition? The question says that the line is perpendicular to this line, 6x plus 2y plus 43 equals to 0, and it passes through this point. So we want the equation of a line that is perpendicular to this line and passing through the point 3, 4. So now I will have that. So for me to get the equation of this line that I'm looking for, I will assume that the line is the second line with a slope m2. So I will say that m2 multiplied by m1 must give me a -1. Then I will take my original line, which is given as 6x plus 2y plus 43 equals to 0. I will make y subject of the formula to be able to get my first slope, m1. So if I do that, I will say 2y equals to -6 minus 43. Making y subject of the formula, I will get m is -3. So for me to get the slope of the second line, I will say m1 multiplied by m2 is -1. So my m1 is -3 multiplied by m2. I will solve for m2. My m2 is 1/3, 1 over 3. Now I will go and use the equation of a line to get my second line. So I will say y is equals to mx plus c, and it passes through the coordinate 3, 4. So I will substitute my x for 3, my slope 1 over 3, and my y is 4. Then I will solve for c. So after solving for c, which is the y-intercept, I will go and use this equation and write my equation in form of general equation of a line that says y is, my slope is, so our slope is 1 over 3. So it's 1 over 3 plus my intercept, which is 3. This is the equation of the line. Thank you.